Alright, so if you caught last week's video, you now know that I have a die-hard love and obsession with Papuan Carpets. But if you know that, do you know what a Nova Guinea is? My name is Riley Jimison. Welcome to Riley's Reptiles. So, Nova Guineas are definitely lesser known, if not almost unknown at all to most people within Morelia. Some of the diehards like myself definitely know them, but they're not listed in any of the books, obviously. So what are they? Well, the history that has been retained from when they came in was that they came in a shipment, and on the box it said Nova Guinea. Now, back then, half of the island that we currently know as Papua New Guinea was French controlled or French owned, and they referred to it as Nova Guinea, and this would be the eastern side. And what we currently refer to as Papuan carpets and have in the hobby have generally come in from West Papua. The imports today come from West Papua still, and so we don't have any access to eastern stuff today, but at one point in time a shipment came in, and long story short, ended up with Nick Mutton. He produced several generations. My good friend Travis has a lot of those animals now, and they're quite unique looking from what we refer to as Papuan carpets. So the logical next step after last week's video showing off Papuan carpets would be to show what I consider their close cousins, these Nova Guineas. Now obviously a lot of work has to still be done to figure out if this unique phenotype they possess is like a localized locality morph, or just a locality phenotype, or what. Work just hasn't been done. That being said, there are some people still breeding these and working with these. I happened to get myself a pair not too long ago, so what a better time than now to take a look at these in a close way. So let's take a close-up look at what we know as Nova Guinea Carpet Pythons. Alright, so this right here is my male 2-year-old Nova Guinea Carpet Python, produced by Travis Johnson of Living Legless Reptiles from the animals that Nick Mutton produced and maintained all those years. This guy is growing nicely, about the same size and rate as other Papuan carpets. They have the same gentle, calm disposition as most Papuan carpets do, but as you'll see, these guys kind of have this reduced, almost natural jag pattern where you get oftentimes reduced dorsal striping. A lot of the side markings look like the reduction in pattern that the jaguar gene produces in coastals. Now there are Novas that can be hatched that have more of a traditional banded, almost Papuan carpet clone sort of look. But the animals that I picked up, I distinctly wanted for their natural jag-like patterns. Now obviously, not as bright screaming yellow as something like a jungle jag or a really nice tiger jag, but nonetheless, a beautiful reduction in pattern, gives it a very nice stripe. Beautiful eyes, beautiful head stamp, wonderful snakes to own. And if you're like me, you gotta have some. Can't have Papuan carpets and not have Novas. So, this beautiful reduction in pattern, the sort of mystery and allure about their story, and the fact that we can't get animals from that half of the island definitely makes these animals very appealing to a Morelia nut like myself. There are people breeding them, so should somebody want one as a pet, I would say they make excellent pets. Wonderful, calm disposition, active, outgoing snakes, not very known for biting, and beautiful animals. So there you have it. There is my male. So let's take a look at the female that I have growing up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the counterpart to my duo, my pair. This is the female Nova Guinea, and as you can see, she too is of that very reduced pattern phenotype, very much that natural jag pattern. You can tell she's a little bit smaller than my male, and that has nothing to do with any sort of sexual dimorphism. She just prefers rats over mice, and so when she's smaller rat prey don't have as much roughage and substantial meat and nutrition, so she didn't grow quite as fast as that male did being on mice, but she's taking off now, and she will soon catch up to him, and I imagine they'll probably end up maturing around the same size. She equally is as beautiful and reduced in pattern as that male, that nice like buckskin color, but again, not a coastal, no jag. Beautiful, beautiful snakes. Very calm disposition, as you can see. I can get right up in there, no problem. She doesn't want anything to do with trying to bite or anything like that. Beautiful reduced head pattern, head stamp sort of deal. Some nice coloration there. Just an all-around awesome snake. These are still considered to be, I guess, the same as Papuans, so if you follow the new reclassification, these would be Morelia spilota variegata. So falling in the same line as Papuan Carpets and Cape Yorks, Darwins, that stuff. So, although clearly very distinct in its natural phenotype, in this sort of jaguar phase, if you will. So, wonderful snakes. Definitely one of the lesser known of the carpet python complex. Not a lot out there, not a lot of information, not a lot of research, but still a very beautiful, respectable animal. And there are breeders out there, again, still working with them. So if this is something you're into for a breeding project or even a pet, like I said, wonderful snakes. Can't say enough about them. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that sort of shallow dive into what we formerly recognize as Nova Guinea Carpets. They're wonderful, great animals. As I said plenty of times before, definitely not very well known, underrated, and I think they should get more love and more appreciation. So I figured that would be the logical next step after doing Papuans the week prior. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you didn't, go back and check out last week's video, and I will see you next week. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to become a member of USARK. USARK.org. It's very easy, simple, and very affordable to become a member and make a big difference. So go join USARK today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next week. Later.